welcome to another video episode of City Skylines 2 in the Palm Bay series. I'm your host, Stephen Jellum, and we have just gotten into the game. So in the last episode, I did a quick video on the university, and well, needless to say, I had some issues, but in behind the scenes, I added some bike paths around the university and over here. And just before the video started, I added this street because I eventually want to update the Port of Palm Bay, because it's not exactly what I was aiming to do. Because look how far this cargo terminal jets out into the bay. So I kind of want to clean that up a bit in another video. But today I want to focus solely on the community park. And I have some ideas about what I want to do here, and using the terrain, I kind of want to have bike, paths and walkways and scenery, and do some minor detailing here. I also want to have, I want to use these park assets here. So without further ado, let's get into it, and let's see what we can come up with. Color Plaza. That actually looks pretty decent. I could plop that right here. I'll plop that along this road here. I don't have enough room between the railroad tracks and there, so I can't really do anything with that yet. What about this chirper park? I can put this chirper park right in here. Yeah, let's do that. And have another smaller park right next to it. And we're going to pause the game because I don't want the game to keep thinking it wants to do stuff I don't want it to do. So we're going to use one of these larger sports parks. We can put a community pool here. And a basketball center right next door. Actually, let's put the basketball court or center. Let's put that right here. Now we got a climbing. Oh my lord, that's huge. So let's put that along here somewhere. Right there is good. And we can put this pavilion right. Doesn't like the overlap. Okay, so we got some overlapping stuff. We'll place that there so we can have some room to put a bike path. We're going to have a bike path coming along up the top here and along the road here, kind of circling around the park, give people something to do. Okay, we got game, set, match, and this is a leisure. Okay, so it's got mini golf, and you know what? We can place that kind of here. Whoa, that's actually we're gonna move this up here somewhere. Yeah, right there ought to do, because I want to put this big one right here. I still don't have any room. Okay, I'm gonna have to move you further up the frontage road here. We'll put you, yeah, right there. Right there ought to do it. Yeah, okay, and now we can finally place oh my lord, it does not like that. It does not like that at all. Okay, so we're going to upgrade this road right here. And we're going to place this right there. Ought to do it. And now, let's get in and start putting some bike paths. Well, let's put the bike paths first, and then we'll work on the rest. So, we're going to start off here. It does not like that for some reason. Okay, we're going to go over here to our tool mode. Continuous. Drop our elevations down. Continuous slope. Find something that's very suitable. Okay. Actually, yeah, that'll do. I can fix that up later. And let's keep this about right there away from the railroad. Okay, we're gonna drag this. Okay, we're gonna have our bike path come along the outside of the railroad. It does not like that. Okay, so we're gonna, like so. Okay, and it's freaking out on us. Alright, and there we have a continuous bike path going along here. I'm gonna have to clean this up somewhat. Okay, we're gonna do that. And now there's plenty of parking for all of this park here, so we're gonna go. Actually, I don't like that. It's too much of an abrupt change there, so we're gonna bring that back. And we're gonna go back and grab this. And I don't. Okay. Let's bring this. Like so. And then directly over the top of our tunnel here. Okay. Something like that. You know what? We're gonna do some fun, challenging stuff. Go up and over the tracks like that. Okay, and then bring it back down to ground. A lot of slope backs and switchbacks here on this bike path. Okay, we'll have a nice. Actually, I like that bridge. I like how that bridge goes like so. So we're going to have this terminate here. And have this bike path come along the backside of these facilities. And let's alright, now We'll have this come along this little ridge here. And I like that. I'm liking that. So now we want to connect like that. Actually, we're going to have a nice... Okay, we need to do some construction here because that's not looking quite like I was imagining. So we're going to go back and we're going to grab our level tool. We're going to go bump that up. We're going to bump this down. Maybe 60. Okay, so I'm going to have to completely redraw all of these just because the way these buildings are located. And I'm going to have to say sayonara to that beautiful bridge. Actually, that's all going to have to go. I will leave this in place and this in place because I kind of have things I want to do with that. So we're going to go back in, grab this, like so. Kind of do that all the way around here. Okay. Grab that. Because you have the freeway. The freeway kind of dictates the constraints here. So we're going to go back in and soften our terrain here. Because you want nice gradual slopes for your roads and for your bikes, and you know, you don't want your bicyclists to get too overwhelmed by all the cycling they're gonna have to do while they're going all the way around this area here. So, and ooh, there's a tree that should not be there. How did you get in, mister? All right, so we're gonna go back in and try to see if this does anything different. Okay, so now we have this main problem here. Okay, we're gonna go back to the drawing board on some of this here. I'm gonna have to go way back and redevelop this area here. So let's go back to our level tool. Yeah, let's go to our level tool. And let's soften it. Actually, let's make that tiny bit smaller. Okay. And I kind of want to even out this little valley right here. Okay, let's go back to our bike path. And I kind of like that better, don't you think? Okay, we're gonna go back here. Actually, let's make this crosswalk here. We'll delete that bit. We could probably fit something else in here is what I'm thinking. I have no idea what to fit in there just yet. Perfect. Looking good so far. Because you kind of want to have, I kind of want to have this wrap around. Let's have this wrap around first. Alright, that looks somewhat decent. So what we're going to try and do is connect this to the main path here. And we can do that. And now what we want to do is work on from here all the way back around to here. So I'm going to have this path come out this way. You know what? I think that will work. Now we just need to go back and redraw this so that this is facing the right side, or the correct side. Let's see, like that. Looking good in the neighborhood. Alright, we're going to drag that all the way down here. So that's all one continuous, okay. And we got a bit of a problem. Okay, so we're just going to do like that. Actually, you know what? How does that look? I think that looks fabulous. So now what we're going to do is add a bike path here. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave that alone, because what I wanted to start doing is some of these pedestrian paths. So what we have here, we can have an illuminated pavement path. I don't want to. You know what? I'm not using any piers for this. It used to be a road. Actually, yeah, you know what? We can do an old road, old forestry road here. Kind of intersect with some of these roads here. Yeah, okay, we could live with that. We can do that. All right, so what we want to do here is, I wish there was an undo button, but you know what? That's gonna have to do. I don't like that exactly. Actually, I don't like it at all. So let's take that out. And let's try to draw better. We can do better than that. I don't know. I just don't know here. that'll work. That'll work for my plan here a little bit. But we got some weird clipping thing going on here. So we're just gonna take this out and have a dead end here, and we'll do something else with that later. Let's get a pavement path. Kind of have that have a small path going up some of these hills. So we're gonna do this. And have it reconnect to the main path there. We're gonna have a smaller path come around here to the top. We've got plenty of hiking trails for this little actually, it's not a little park, it's a big park. So we're gonna kind of have this go along here like that. And let's see what we can do with bicycles. I don't need that. Let's see. Nature. What we got in here? We got all these little stone cairns and castle ruins. Yeah, an old mill would probably fit better. Yeah, a mill will fit better here somewhere. Let's actually go back to our bike path because I forgot to add this back in. Alright, so let's go back over here. We got cemetery ruins, stone monument. Sculptures. We can put a couple sculptures in here. The conduit. Okay, that's perfect. We can put some park benches. Let's see, sports park, campground, park garden. You know, I'm pretty partial to some of these, but it does not like it right there. Can we put them on? No, we can't. Why not? Let's see what else we can fit in here. Pavilions. Stage. Yeah, we could put a stage up here. Nice tiny little park stage. Actually, we could fit it up here in this little valley. Makeshift tent. I don't want any homeless encampments here. We could probably put a fountain here somewhere. A dome pond? Yeah, that does not fit with my city. A lot of this stuff doesn't fit with my city. We got potted plants. Debris. Nah. No. Okay, we're gonna leave that as is for now, and then eventually we'll replant this. And as you can see, we're gonna before I do anything else, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go and look at my stats. Roads, parking facility is good. Parking lots and buildings. I've got parking lot. Some of these have parking lots. Let's see. Turn these off. Nope. Traffic is actually, it peaks around noon, and then it goes back down. So it's not as good as I want. But look, and as you can see, if we zoom out, a lot of the traffic is centered in downtown. And let's look at the volume of traffic. Is most of it's going this way. A lot of it's going on the freeway, and then there's still people using these road networks here. Probably just a legacy thing. I don't know. If you know anything about it, please let me know in the comments. I really want your help understanding what's going on here. So our power plant, our main power plant is right here, and we got these underground power lines going over to here and kind of distributing it that way. Let's see, transformer. There's a transformer there. Why is that not a transformer? That's a powerhouse. Okay, allegedly it's a powerhouse. Interesting. Wind speed, groundwater deposits, and surface water flow. The water is flowing in that way for some reason. Interesting. There's some small pollution there. Hardly any pollution there. That's good. Because these are our two industrial zones right here and here. Our two ones in the city. And then out here there's the power plant and the quarries. Healthcare is good and death care is good. Garbage management. Gonna have to do something about garbage at some point because that's starting to tick downwards, and I don't like that. And as you can see, fire hazards are pretty well carried out here. There's a lot of trees until you get to Valley Ford, then it kind of trickles off. So the forestry could be here, but we'll deal with that at another date. Wow. So all of this gets shelter availability, while this doesn't. And we're gonna have to put another shelter in because we're now approaching 25,000, and that's the shelter max. Jails are fine. We got a couple in administration, and you know what? We could probably add a couple more somewhere, but the problem is when you look at the administration buildings themselves, like there's a church. I could put this church pretty much anywhere in the city and it wouldn't really matter. There's a lot of empty space in some of these spots here. I could probably put one right there and no one would care. I don't want to, I'm kind of hesitant on using some of these creator packs. I like them. I have all of them, but it's just, I don't know about using Japanese. I don't know if Japanese or using Chinese assets would work for a Californian city. I know that City Planner Plays does a lot of that in his builds, but my builds are not exactly oriented towards that. But maybe not. I could fit this over here just because. That would make a lot of people unhappy though. And you know what? We're going to call a mulligan, and well, let's see, service, employment and guidance conducts various business for that would fit closer to downtown. So we're going to call a mulligan, and we're going to probably fit it in this area here. But I'm not going to do that quite yet. I'm going to look at what else we have here. So there's a city office. That would actually fit in. You know what? I'll put it in this block because I kind of want. No, that's huge. That's a huge building. Let's see if there's any upgrades. There aren't. There are none. No upgrades. But looking at it from back here, from Palm Bay Boulevard, why does this keep happening? I guess that means I severed Palm Bay Boulevard somewhere where I shouldn't have. Oh, that's right. When I was doing some touch-up work here, and the train station has, or Bodega train station has, is having issues. Interesting. That's very interesting. I'm trying to remember where I. Oh well, I'm not worried about that right now. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was looking at these administration buildings. This modern city hall, I already swapped the old city hall with the new city hall. What's the difference? So there's district hall, city hall. Interesting. We could have a bank in here somewhere, and I'm kind of leaning towards one of these blocks, so we're gonna call a mulligan on that. Where would I'd probably, so if I want to make everything central to this here. So if we get rid of these buildings here, I'm gonna have to say sayonara to y'all. Get rid of some of these roads here, and I'm gonna have, you know what, and I'm looking at, as I'm doing this, I'm noticing a lot of the buildings are not exactly what I was looking for in my cities. So I'm gonna delete some of these, and we're gonna try and plop a bank in here. Yeah, see, that's way too tall for this area, at least. What else was I gonna do? A welfare? I wanted a welfare office. Wait, did I already put a welfare? No, I didn't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this bank. We'll just say that let's call this Palm Bay Regional Bank. And we're gonna actually move that here, because I'd still need a lot more space for this area here. So these are gonna have to go. And you know what? You know, this city is being redeveloped all the time. So now I can put my welfare office right next door. Actually, let's put that here, because I want to see if there's any upgrades. There's no upgrades. Why aren't there any upgrades? That's very interesting. Let's see what else I can do here. Yeah, look at. Yeah, I mean. I don't know. Let's see. There's nothing to upgrade there, but we're gonna get rid of that there for the moment. Let's go back in, and what else can we do? Yeah, that's way too big. That's way too big. I'm not trying to build the U.S. Capitol here. That's funny. That's very funny. Let's see. Central Bank. Actually, whoa. I could get rid of that bank, and I want to put this one in right here on. Yeah. Okay, this will be Palm Bay Regional Bank, and this will become Palm Bay Civil Services. Yeah. Okay. And then back here behind that, we got some crazy terrain work going on here. We can smooth that out a bit. And if we can move it in here. let's bring those up just a bit. Okay. Now it just needs to be this. Okay, let's select that. Oh boy, that's a very steep parking lot. Let's get out and move it and relocate it. Instead of here, how about we put it along here somewhere? Just like that. Okay. That's still a pretty steep driveway, but okay, we're gonna have to fix that. Let's see, how does that look from the ground? Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty wonky. Oh my god. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my god. Wow. I'm just gonna call a mulligan on that. I'll just leave that as is. Because we have so we can go back. We have a need for medium row. Do I want these row houses, or so I got medium apartments? Let's put these apartments along the back here and run the simulator. And in just a few moments, we're going to have 25,000 people living in Palm Bay. Come on. Well, I think it's because I deleted this area here. I think that's why it's being funky. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to update our grid here. So we kind of want to move this up to here, and this like that. Okay. Okay, so some of these, okay, so from the high school, okay, that works. Now we're going to change this to downtown Palm Bay, because now we've bumped up to the 70s in this build. So you got North Palm Bay, downtown Palm Bay, South Palm Bay Commercial Center, and South Palm Bay. So it's kind of like, it kind of goes like this. And then you have Jellum Heights right there. North Palm Bay. Actually, we're going to turn all this into Palm. Okay, let's fix that too. So we're going to, why? What is the hang up? Why doesn't it like that? What's it overlapping? Okay, just completely redo that. Okay, fine. We're going to come back in. We're going to fix that. We're going to get rid of that corner. Okay, so what we're going to do is, it's overlapping that corner. Interesting. Okay, we're going to have that there. Okay. Okay, we're gonna just go back to the drawing board here, and we're gonna fix this so that it's okay. So this corner into that spot right there, we're gonna move that up to about there. And Jellum Heights will now take over. Oh my lord. Okay, we're gonna fix all of this. Okay, so South Palm Bay, we're gonna bring that back to. Oh, was it this corner that was being wonky? Yes. Okay. So that was the issue. It was back there. Okay, that's cool. Okay, we got that fixed. Okay, so now Palm Bay Commercial Center will go like that. See right there. We're gonna fix that to there. We're just gonna fix all of this. Okay, now what we kind of want to do is shift this a little bit this way, and Markham is going to have to go right there. And what can we do to fix that? Right there. And we have fixed our districts. So it goes. Actually, let's take a look at how it's. Okay, yeah, that's looking very integrated there. You've got a nice, seamless city right here. With the university, you've got Redfield. South Redfield, I kind of took a mulligan behind the scenes and updated it so that this is all going to be South Redfield. This is still part of the land trust because they're still doing some forestry, but by the 80s, in the next episode, the forestry industry is going to take a massive hit due to the environmental regulations. And I'm going to fix the port as best I can behind the scenes, because a lot in the lower time of the timeline here, the city is going to go through some major changes during the 70s and 80s to be more modernized. And we have 26. We're headed to 26,000 already. That's great. That's very great. So, another thing, I had to delete a couple of Tygon assets while I was working here, and I redid this rail line going around the edge of the industrial park because this rail yard wasn't really needed. It wasn't really making a lot of profit, and I had to redo this. This one's working at pretty decent efficiency, but it's not really storing anything. If anything, it's trains are picking up and leaving. But that's why I said this will be gone by the next episode, because the housing market is going to start encroaching along the Perkins Point and the peninsula here. So Perkins is going to explode in population, and South Redfield's going to get. All of this is going to start looking more suburbanized. This will be the more affluent area here, and then on the hills here, and Markham and Salmon Creek is all going to look nice. So let's go back to our stats, because I was not really done with my stats, but we got a civilian core right here. as I'll call it, downtown Palm Bay, and you got the marina with the aquarium. Or what is? Oh, that's a church. I put a church there, and then I went and put a church up here somewhere. I think. Oh, right there. So let's look at our education, and our education's doing okay. Our high schools we're gonna need another high school at some point, and most likely in here somewhere, because this is where education is going to be. Our transportation lines they are being used quite a lot, so there's a lot of people coming in. There's some tourists coming in. We got a lot of citizens moving in by taxi for some reason. I don't have a taxi depot, which is the weird part. And I'm seeing there's a lot of taxis on. I guess Uber is starting to make a hit here. Our bike paths. So we got our main bike. Okay, so our bike volume is mostly along this interior corridor right here, and I'm gonna work on that because I'm gonna have this come down here and then connect up with our main bike path around the community center, the community park. And there are some people using it here. I've got a bunch of bike lanes and stuff going on in this area here. There's hardly, yeah, I need to work on adding bike parking. But you can see it goes around here from Salmon Creek down along the coast into Redfield, and then around the university, through Pumpkin Hill, from Pumpkin Hill along the railroad tracks to the Bayside here, through Bayside and Iron Triangle and around Jellum Village, through the marina, and this is the next main spot here. So there is a bike path, or a bike lane. There are bike lanes going down Palm Bay Boulevard to about there, and I kind of want to add that going from here on Rosewood, the Rosewood connection. Well, I'm gonna have to change that name at some point. And then so I wanted to go from here, come here, and then dead end here. And I think I'll do that behind the scenes. Looking at our mail service, there's a lot of accumulation at the steelworks. It's being, let's see how that's going. Upkeep is pretty high. Sorting, there's not a whole lot of stored mail. Let's go back and look at our leisure services. So we got the parks here, and that's doing okay. And this area here is doing fine. I might have to put some bike paths up here and some more parks up in here, and definitely in Salmon Creek. Salmon Creek is definitely neglected. And now look at our tourism map. Our tourism map has definitely improved. So now you've got a lot of tourism going on here, some going on here at the commercial center, because we have the convention center, the conference center, and we got Walmart and Kmart. We got all these different services, and we got the Majestic over there. We got the production studios over there. We got the Square Center there. We got the high school. The high school is the tourist spot. That's interesting. What is that? That is so we got schools. We've got a canopy park. So we got, most of it though is centered around downtown and the marina, and a little bit around the university. We got the football field there. We got this this water park there. So that's doing okay. But as you zoom out, you notice there's only these two areas, or these three areas here. So around the university, through downtown, and on the west side, or the northwest side of the park. Okay, moving on to our tourism map, our outside connections. So we got kind of balanced out now. So we got grain coming in, metal, food, fish, oil, coal, minerals, stone, software, and chemicals are coming in. And then we got going out. Wood is still a major factor, but that's going to be reduced, most likely in the next video. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that because that wood is still one of our top 3 exports, in addition to steel and livestock. And we got petrochemicals, vehicles, concrete, food, convenience food, metal, ore, and machinery, and vegetables. So that's actually looking pretty good, in my opinion. Train tracks, and I love how it shows the train tracks like that. And like I said in the next video, I'm gonna work on our ports because we got the new bridges and ports thing that pack that came out a little while ago, but yeah, it needs some work. There's no residential. Why would there be residential in industrial zones? That makes no sense. Our commercial, so commercial's doing okay there and there. A little bit in there, coming along the main corridors there. So I'm gonna have to rethink what's going on here. Our industrial zones are. How is Whole Foods and Home Depot and Taco Bell? Taco Bell's not a commercial. It's not a industrial company, nor is Costco. But this makes a lot of sense because this is where the bulk of the industry would be located. Now our office space is kind of limited. I did not know Kmart was an office. I still don't get that. But I'm gonna have to put some offices down here maybe because there is still a demand for offices, and yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm just looking around here now, looking at our building levels. Residential only is up to level 4. Actually, everything is up to level 4 except for industrial and our office space. So that's actually not too bad. Land value is really high along the main area here, and not so much in our industrial. So that's good. I'm liking that. Our commercial profitability, still kind of staying about the same as it was in the last video. It's around 57% right now for profit. And looking at our resources, we still got lots of land that's available. There's a lot of ore and wood that's available, and oil, plenty of oil. Actually, oil. There's some fish, but where were the fish? I need to figure out where fish would be. Let's take all this off. Let's see where the fish would be located. Our fish population is actually going down. Okay, so it would be in this area would be interesting. Okay. Population, we got 120 homes. We got unemployment rate is gone. The unemployment rate has gone up very significantly. That's crazy. And that's mostly because these adults are still looking for work. Traffic and noise pollution are now our top 2 concerns, and everything else. The citizens are pretty happy where they're at. Household wealth is definitely where I would expect it to be. So in here, and interesting that it's in the iron, or it's on the outside of the iron triangle here in Bayside. Very wealthy. That's very interesting. I did not know that. I'll have to take a look at that later on. Household workplace availability. It's saying this would be a good place to work over here. That makes sense, and this makes sense, and that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, a lot of jobs in the port. And at the marina, though, I don't understand that. I would expect the university to get plenty of workers here. Actually, let's fix that. Heavy traffic ban, parking, slow, and bike. Let's do that. Okay. And then lastly, we're gonna we're gonna look at our pollution. So air pollution from the cremation services, that makes no sense. We still have a couple high concentration areas here. Some in here, some over here by the power plant. That's to be expected. Ground pollution, same. Noise pollution. That it makes a lot of sense because most of that's from traffic in this area here and from the ferry building. Okay, and then water pollution over here. Oh wow, 28, we're already headed towards 28,000 citizens in the city. That's funny. That's very funny. Can't believe I've made it this far with the game. We got a couple abandoned buildings like, oh wait, that's collapsed. The marina has collapsed. That's actually pretty sad. We could rebuild that right there. I still don't understand why it's not, why there's no boats going out, though. Oh, maybe because I didn't. Oh, I'm a doofus. I'm a doofus. Okay. Wow. We're going to have 2 routes going out there. That would probably help with my my profitability. I was wondering for a while because it was making no money. There's no money in it at all. I didn't understand why until just now. That's funny. Don't I have another fishing area? I should have a open water fishing area here. Okay, we're actually gonna go back, and this route here, we're gonna start another run, and we're gonna have this come out to here and back. Okay, we should start seeing boats. Let's go on our transport lines here. Cargo, shipping, fishing. Cargo, no. Let's do that. Why is there no... Huh. Okay. I was wondering about that and why there was no profitability and nothing going on. Suppose we'll have to figure that out at some point. We're just going to get rid of that. Actually, no, we're going to leave that alone for now. And we could probably put another larger one here. This whole time, nothing was going on. I'm gonna have to come back and fix that because this is not what I was expecting. Well, we got the ferry. How's our ferry line doing? Only one passenger. One passenger. It's not doing very well, is it? Interesting. So it's saying there's a prop. Okay, I've got to look into that. We can get rid of this extra hull because we don't need that much going into it right now. That's crazy. And then I got to come over here and I got to figure out why. Oh, I know why. Because there's no road here. Dummy. Okay, we'll just my God, I had to do some behind the scenes work, and I was realizing my railroad connection was not as smooth as it was. And I had to do some track fixes because it was just very, very bumpy and not. I mean, look at here. Well, let's take a train ride and you'll see what I mean. Stuff like this. But you can see what I mean, where the tracks were so hilly. Originally, it was a lot worse than that. Take my word for it. It was way worse than it was before. Oh God, we're gonna have to do some land reclamation here because the river is not supposed to be this high. And I wonder if that's because of this tool here. Let's just follow that and see. Yeah, see how that's very, very high. So I don't know if it's because of the seawater intrusion or something like that. I'm gonna have to do some investigation. And then you have this going here, so that's pretty decent. There's another outlet there. Eventually, I'm going to have to come back in here on the Russian River and figure out what I need to do to fix all this, because Yeah, Duncan Mills is way, yeah, the river should not be that wide and deep. And then I'm going to have to come back into Jenner at some point and work on Jenner and expand Jenner. But right now my main focus is working on, in the next video, I'll be working on South Redfield and Perkins Lands Trust. And this side is going to get filled in the next video. And then eventually this area here is going to turn into suburbs. I kind of already started the process here. You can see I've got Primrose Street going along here to this side of Bodega. So this will be kind of phase 1 over here, phase 2 in this area here, and then phase 3 will be this area here. So this will all be connected at one point, and so will this. And then eventually this is going to be Hundley Valley. All this is going to be Hundley Valley. And I kind of built the road a little different. Originally this connected here, you can see it goes at an angle like that, so I wanted to do something like that, but because of the way I had to redo the railroad the train station here at Bodega, it was not ideal. So now I've had to reconnect Rosemead Street this way. Then you have Pinehurst Street, Dale, and Larkspur. Okay. And definitely I'm gonna have to add the township here. So this will be Bodega Township here, and you can see it kind of has that old East Coast feeling, I guess. I don't know, it looks too colorful for my taste, but we'll work on that later. And there's still not a huge demand for medium density residential, so I'm gonna have to call some mulligans on that at some point. But that being said, let's go follow a trolley. Anyways, okay, that's too loud. We need a cart. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. This is episode 10 of the Palm Bay series, City Skylines 2. This is your host, Stephen Gillum. And I'm going to say, y'all have a good one. Bye for now. See you on the next one. Please like and subscribe.